Hello, everybody. Welcome to Listen EBS podcast Satellite. I am really excited to have in my studio today two EBS students, Oliwia Obielecka and Nina Nikabadz, who are our students in our 2-year MBA program, and they are about just in the middle of their studies as they are going to graduate next spring. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Nice to have you here, and I would first like to know about how did you end up studying EBS, deciding to do MBA, and why Estonian Business School. Let's start with you, Nina.
First of all, thanks for invitation. It's really nice to be here. Yeah, it was a long journey, to be honest, and a long decision-making process before I was coming to EBS. I have around 7 years experience in a PR and marketing and a business development, and in some point I realized that I needed something different, not different, but something where I could improve my skills and knowledge more to a step to the new level and new positions. That's when I decided to start looking for the options, and one of the main options I was looking in Estonia, as long as I have already lived in Baltics and it's something whatever I like. So I look up about the EBS. I found that it's more practical based university, whatever is really applying for me, and especially for the MBA program. That's why I have decided to come here and start looking for a different opportunities over here. And I would say that expectations did met, and it's great journey for me, and I'm learning a lot, not only knowledge based but the practical based as well.
Yeah, originally, which country you're from?
I'm from Georgia.
Oh, wonderful. And Oliwia, what is the story behind EBS and our MBA program for you?
Mm-hmm. I actually already studied in 2 different countries before that. So I started my journey with studying in Poland, where I'm from. And that's when I started my bachelor's, but it was completely different. I actually studied forensic biology, which was a choice after high school because I did do advanced biology, advanced chemistry, but I knew that this is not what I want to do in life. I wanted to work with people. I wanted to do something that's more creative, and that's when I decided that I'm gonna quit, and I started a university in Amsterdam. So I literally Googled what's the best university in the world when it comes to media, and for a couple of years it was Amsterdam. So I got in, I graduated, but I still felt like media itself wasn't enough in order to get that experience. That will give me really good opportunities, especially that I had some experience in sales, and I wanted to go into more of a business side of things. I also had a major, the minor in Amsterdam that was managing strategy and marketing. I loved it. And then in the meantime, I also moved to Estonia because of my friends and also my boyfriend. And I heard so much about EBS since my community at work is also very Estonian. I know a lot of people who graduated from this university, and it just felt like a very good choice to go and study in EBS and do my MBA after the media bachelor's.
Yes, thanks. And you both said that getting really going for this MBA degree is like something extra or something different. So once now you've been here about a year or so, and so tell me that what does in practice, what does this mean, this MBA program? What does it give so special?
Group works, working with working with the people who has the experience, because in a groups you can find a different people with a different types of experience, and whenever we are sharing information to each other, it's really interesting. Even for the people who has already had managerial roles, their experience is absolutely different. Same for us. So sharing our experience and receiving some expertise from the professors are really important part for us like during our studies. Especially I will say that the group works, whatever we are doing, and the case studies, whatever we are handling with, like it's amazing. There, the opportunity to work on a case studies like during the course and to work on more practical side there than theoretical side. So yeah, of course, theory is really important part, but whenever you are going to the MBA course, like you need to understand that you are gonna receive more practical knowledge as well as theoretical one.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Oliwia, do you have anything from your side to add?
Definitely, I agree with Nina, and I also think that we're getting so much value. We have guest speakers who are also specialists in their fields. I think the practical side of classes is very much different than what I'm used to, because yes, most of the universities, especially in Poland, are very theoretical based, and here we get to do workshops, we get to do group work like Nina mentioned, and it's not only that we do a presentation and that's it. We actually have very valid not only experience but also like the frameworks that we get, and I think it's very practical, but it's also enough theory to understand things. Myself, I come from a sales background, and I think I know a lot of things in the practice, but I haven't had the theory behind it. But here I get both. I learned the theory and also got to practice that with our colleagues. So it's perfect.
One of the things, whatever I really want to add is that like all of us are working, have like our jobs, and like the thing is that we do have courses bi-weekly, whatever is really good for us and like comfortable, because like work and study/life balance is really good over here. So it's
I was thinking about that, how to like accommodate this full-time jobs, like you said, in group. People have responsible jobs as such. So how to balance this? So bi-weekly, but which days, which hours?
Mainly it's a Friday and Saturday and sometimes Thursdays, depends on the course, but mainly Friday and Saturday from the morning until 5 or 6 o'clock. We are here, we are spending time here, whatever is really okay, I would say. And yeah, whatever we have, like each course takes at least 3 hours per day. So it's really good. We are exchanging ideas, we are learning more, we are literally working over here on a case study. So we have a lot for the assignments as well, but at the same time, we are doing a half of it like during the classes as well. So
yeah. That's great. And I also know that it's definitely all classes are face to face. But if you can't come, that may happen. You are on a business trip or some other responsibilities. Then the classes are recorded, so at least you get some part of it. But of course, you missed these practical discussions as such.
The practical discussions is something whatever that really matters. And yeah, I have missed like a couple of courses, a couple of classes whenever I was on a business trip, but it did not felt like I missed, because like everything is online. You can literally participate from different countries, so like they even can hear your voice. So it's really nice to have such opportunities over here.
Yeah. My expectation was actually a little bit different. I travel a lot, and being in between the countries and also business trips, I was kind of hoping for a little bit of online classes, to be honest, but it was a very positive surprise. I love it. Having an opportunity to actually see people in real life, the discussions, the networking. We have very valuable people as classmates, made it very special. But also I think it's not that bad. It's still very doable to connect it to the work and also trips, which I think is very, very comfortable.
Now, as you also know the schedule, the timetable at the beginning of the term, so it's kind of, you can do some planning. And definitely when you take an obligation, a wonderful obligation to start the MBA, you need to set your priorities a bit. Definitely. It's a challenge. I done also MBA some years ago, and I remember it was a challenge, but also quite a great realization when something has been done or a good grade in your pocket in a way. But what about the other? You said this group works and interesting crowd around you, but it's an English program, English speaking program as such. But what countries these people come from? I assume the majority are Estonian people.
Majority are from Estonia, but people are coming from Finland, from Asian countries as well, and I'm coming from Georgia, so it's pretty international, and that was one of the reasons why I decided to come to EBS. It's kind of good integration working with Estonians plus with international people because it's something different. Working and studying with international people is really important while getting more knowledge and experience, and everyone has its own approach, and whenever there is a cultural differences between people, it's even more interesting discussions during the class.
I agree, and also I really appreciate that it's so professional. Everybody speaks English at all times, and I've been in different groups. And sometimes when there's a majority of, let's say, one country, such as Estonia, it does not happen that everybody speaks English between each other. But here, it's always like this. We speak English all the time. I feel so included. I feel so valued thanks to that. So it's great.
This is good to hear. But maybe I would like to know some project or a moment during your MBA times here, kind of really stood out to you, Oliwia?
For example, I really loved how we practiced coaching. That's actually your class. Loved it. Very practical. Myself, I do a lot of coaching on my everyday basis, and I honestly thought that I know a lot of things. But after a class, I understood that there's so many more techniques and so much great knowledge that I still could apply. And I actually did. I applied a lot of that into my everyday work, and I also taught it to the people that I work with. And I think it's been very valuable. I actually see how those little tricks and techniques, they work. And I'm trying to step by step introduce more and more things to my everyday coaching.
This is great to hear. And also one good thing that really it's so that all our graduate students who start MBA, MA students, we all get together for a boot camp outside Tallinn for, I think, 3 days, and there will be some master classes, some discussions, get-togethers, parties, summer swimming, but in ice cold water in the mornings. So it's also the way that we really want the people know each other, not just this particular 2-year MBA program, but also know others, and that's a great start. But for you, any special project or a moment?
Yeah, to be honest, I wanted to mention, I wanted to start it from that bootcamp because it was a good start, for the team building and to get to know each other, not only a training and learn more about coaching, but also to get to know each other. It was a great opportunity. Rather than that, one of the classes I could talk more about is innovation management. It was really interesting because we were working on our cases during the whole course, and it helped me a lot personally because I'm running one of the e-commerces in Georgia, and we have worked step by step how our business could be developed during this specific period of time. So I literally wrote a lot, and then I used it in a practical terms. So I was not spending time. So I spent time pretty properly, and it helped me a lot. In a practical way.
Any other subjects or courses, if somebody's listening and thinking, okay, we do get what MBA is about. What does this consist of? What kind of courses?
I would say there are a good amount of mix. If you are, for example, I'm not coming from the financial field, but we are taking classes such as managerial economics, about additional part for the finances and etc. So it was a new thing, but I have used before, but still I did not have a full education and knowledge about it. So that was really helpful for me. But also there is other subjects marketing, leadership, whatever like finance people does not have not touched before. And whenever you are going to the managerial positions, you need to have like a additional knowledge in all of the aspects. So I would say that it's a great mix to learn more about different subjects and the different areas. And the thing is that currently we are taking course with you on a case study, whatever is really interesting, and we literally covering all the areas over there as well.
I agree. Great mix of people work and also analytical parts as well. The first subject that came into my mind is corporate finance. It was great, even though I was a little bit afraid since I do not come from the analytical background as well. Mostly I deal with people, but I just loved how the approach was so individual. Like people who already knew about it, they could broaden their knowledge, but also people who have never done that mathematical equations or whatever connected to finance or economics, they also could understand the patterns, have a big picture. And we weren't afraid of that, but we actually got to know the basics very well in order to move forward with that. So I really love the approach.
Yeah, and I remember also in the MBA program that we did beginning some self-assessment and what are the skills our students have, what they think themselves, what they have, and what are these gaps in the skills. And that it came out that actually these analytical skills was something that everybody wanted to learn more about, and as well strategy as such. So definitely it's our school is innovative and flexible in a way, so we always try to also accommodate that we get this interesting guest speakers to have that as well. So, but I would like to know more now. Okay, it's not just EBS here, it's Tallinn. It's located in the city center. You both live in Tallinn?
Yes.
So, and Estonia is also a small country as such. So, any challenges, anything that really has surprised you in a good way or bad way about the country? Maybe you come from Poland, but you said you've been traveling a lot their life, and so how is this Estonian experience?
I'm going to be honest, I always thought I'm going to move to a bigger place rather than a smaller place where I come from. But it's perfect. It's actually very compact. I love that I can get to the places fast. Estonians do say that there's traffic. There's not. They haven't seen the traffic. Can be way worse than that. So it's very comfortable. We still do get perks of capital city, which means opportunities, a lot of different activities there can we do. But it's still, it is quite a small town, which is, as I said, very comfortable. Now, maybe the harder part is the language. I am trying to learn Estonian, but it is a very humbling experience, definitely. So it takes more time to get to speak it. Maybe I can understand more rather than speak up. But it's a process, and I think it's fun to also learn the language.
But anything funny about Estonians or something that stands out?
I think there is, for some reason, there is an opinion that Estonian people are maybe not that social, or like they don't express their feelings right away. I think I've actually met a lot of people who do that, and once you get to know them better, it's actually a great experience. And Estonian people are very genuine and helpful, very kind. Although at the beginning they might look very serious and maybe not that expressive. Mm-hmm. So yeah, very, very good opinion.
But how is your community here? I understand that you have some Estonian friends, but mm-hmm. also then who is your community outside school?
Yeah, I think I do have some international friends as well. We actually started this language club that we meet up every week and we learn Estonian because we're very independent women. We want to express our opinion and we want to know the language as well. But other than that, I think, Estonia has been very welcoming. And I actually love that school also gave me another group of, let's say, friends outside of just the work environment, because I do have a lot of friends from work, but now I have another chain of, let's say, network or just colleagues that I can also hang out after school, which is awesome.
Do you sometimes meet your MBA crowd outside the classroom too?
girls have a very active group, yes.
We are pretty active in that.
That's good. That's good. So do you meet then, you come to school Friday and you have school Saturday, so do you meet Friday night?
Yes, why not?
That looks like a convenient time to meet and come to school early next day.
Happens.
Yes. So you come from Georgia, and how many years you've been here now in Estonia?
I moved here since August 2025, so it's
in a way short, in a way a long time.
Yeah, but I have lived in Lithuania before, so I knew whatever I wanted, supposed to expect over here. But moving from the capital city of Georgia, where more than 1 million people lives, to the country where totally more than 1 million people lives, it's a bit hard. But to be honest, even though I'm really busy because I do have a business trips, I'm taking MBA course, I do have my social life, should be more nervous, but I feel more calm over here because the routine, how everything works in Estonia, how everything is really, I don't know, it's settled up like that it's really comfortable, and I feel calm over here, and I can do more things rather in chaotic places. So it's really nice to be here, and it's something different for me because living in a calm area, it's really not my thing, but at the same time, it's something whatever I found out that sometimes you need to stop and relax, and I learned it from Estonian people, and not only. So it's whatever I am trying to do, and plus more international friends, more international people is giving me opportunity to grow in my career, and also in a personal life as well. So it's really comfortable to be here, to be honest. And Estonia seems small, but it has a lot of places to visit, some islands even. So I am traveling all over the Estonia, I do even sometimes during the week. So it's really nice to go during the sunny days, whatever we had during this weekend, for example. So it's not usual, but summer is coming, and we will have more time to enjoy sun over here.
But anything you miss being here in Estonia or Estonian Business School, anything you would love to have here?
The weather.
The weather, yes.
It is, even though Poland is not that far, it's still usually 10 degrees more than in Estonia. So for me, cold is something different than for the Estonian people. I definitely define it in a different way. It's also fun to see how there's 20 degrees and then people can take sun and they're ready for a day on the beach, which for Polish people usually warm weather is more 30 degrees. So yeah, I miss that, but obviously the sauna culture is a big thing around here, and it's easy to understand why if somebody spends a winter in Estonia as well. So maybe that, but I mean this is also fine. I guess people can get used to the cold weather as well.
I was joking a couple of days ago, I became the Estonian because I saw sun and I directly went to the beach just to walk. So yeah, weather is one thing, but at the same time for me, northern countries are really nice for me, even though I'm coming from Georgia, sunny area. Yeah, I love being here, and even a weather thing is not that discomfort. Because I'm traveling a lot, so I'm mainly on air usually. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think Estonians locals also agree that the weather could be better, but that sauna and some other things try to accommodate that situation. Getting back now to MBA, but more like a personal question concerning your careers. I know you've accomplished a lot, you've graduated schools, traveled a lot, have good career today. EBS, when we designing this MBA program, and always been thinking it should be something that some advancement or step in the careers of our students. So first of all, how you relate to that, and how do you see this thing that the MBA could be something good for your career?
Mm-hmm. I think being well-rounded, I guess a lot of times we're closed on just one field, one topic, and It's great to master a certain field. Nevertheless, I think the MBA has given me a lot of information from different fields that I can also utilize. Maybe I didn't even realize how this, let's say, finance class or economics class can actually help me in understanding a lot of different things. But also, I'm open for different opportunities in the future, and I think this degree will open a lot of doors for me in the future as well. What I'm currently doing is great, but I think like besides just sales and people work and coaching, that can just broaden my horizons, and it's always good to have a good education, and I'm very glad I actually think that having like a master's degree is useful for everybody, and just really glad that I can expand my knowledge in different directions.
How do you see your career developing, like in 3-5 years?
I'm committed to stay where I am right now for at least the next 2 years. I have people that I work with and my commitments towards them. But overall, after I spent 10 years in the company, I want to evaluate if this is still the place where I can grow. Right now, yes, I do feel like it gives me a lot of growth opportunities, but I am open to also see myself maybe in a marketing position in the future. And I love that here I'm getting the basic knowledge that will help me to start from good level in the future.
Thank you. Nina, how you see this career and MBA?
I would say that some doors has already opened after this program and during this program, because like I have more opportunities over here. I'm working with the international companies, even though I have worked for the international and local Georgian companies before. Like currently I do have more opportunities, and like as I mentioned before, I have around 7 years experience in PR and marketing. I'm more shifting more business development, and whenever it comes to the PR marketing, I'm mainly consultant position. So like I'm shifting more managerial roles rather than staying in one position. That was one of my reasons why I came here. And like looking for different markets and different cultures is really interesting for me. And I think that it will help me to grow during the next couple of years.
So it's more like actually managerial skills and strategy and things like that as such, you know. Thank you. Always I ask my guests in the podcast 3 questions, and they are surprised. You don't know about these questions I'm going to ask. And the first question is about superpowers. If you could dream about, and there's one superpower you could have today, what would this be?
I would say, well, a part of me would like to read somebody else's mind.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Which I'm kind of trying to do anyway, because I'm reading people for a living during the sales calls and sales processes. But that would be definitely interesting. And I think the other part of me would really like to fly. That'd be really cool.
Thank you. And how you see, Nina?
I just want to move one place to another, like without spending too much time, to be honest. That would be really helpful, because we just have 24 hours per day, so I need more hours.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
So I wish that these superpowers will some way come to you. The second question I would like to ask is about, let's imagine you are 20 years old. What would you tell your 20-year-old you? Not just about school, but like, and you can have a minute thinking about that. And
I would start
Yes.
I would say to keep going, and no matter what, just don't give up, because you can do anything, whatever you could not even imagine. Yeah, that's something whatever I would always say for my 20 years old person, or like a 30 or 35 or after, any time, because giving up on your dreams is a bit not okay. And if you want something, you need to work on that. Sometimes there is ups, sometimes there are downs. There has been a lot of downs in my life, but I feel like it's something whatever you need to stabilize and you need to work on it. Just not give up.
Yeah, I like this idea. You said that it's important to follow your dreams, but also not to give up. I talked to some startups recently, women founders, and we discussed a bit, and I kind of had a feeling that Estonian people, anyway, the founders and all, are very resilient. They always go through the doors and they're really strong. But what she said, that in recent times, she has noticed that people are quite easily giving up. That was quite a surprise for me, and definitely when I think about this EBS DNA, or that's something that follow your dreams, do wise decisions, do not give up. So I think that's a really good recommendation. And Oliwia, how you see, what is your good wish for a 20-year-old?
I think I speak about it often because I do mentor 20-year-olds, and I think most of them, they actually don't know what they want. They don't know what to do, and they're afraid of making any kind of decisions when they're not certain. But I guess it's important to fail, actually. Take action, make those mistakes. Doesn't matter. They will learn from that as well. And even if it's something that they don't end up doing or they don't like, it's great. At least they can figure out what they want, what they don't want, what they're good at, and what maybe is not for them. But I guess it's about taking action and trying out. I guess a lot of people now think that it's okay because the 30s are the new 20s. But it doesn't mean that the 20s should be spent on doing nothing. The 20s should be spent on trying everything and figuring out and getting this experience. So looking back at myself, I think I was afraid of making mistakes and also what people are going to think of me. And oftentimes I would just not take the action when I should have. And now I think, I could have started earlier with some things that I'm doing right now in my life, but it's okay. It was all part of the process. And thanks to all of the mistakes and failures, I am here where I am now, and I'm pretty happy about it.
I just want to add one thing. Every time I was opening the new door and going to the new places, I was always the youngest. And sometimes it felt really scary. I just remembered because she mentioned the 30s or new 20s. I'm just getting 30, and I just realized how many doors I have opened, and I was literally youngest, and everyone was looking me like a child. But I have never had this moment that I'm young. I felt like I need to work on it. So no matter of the age or whatever is going on there. So it's scary to be young. And I'm sure some BA students are listening to us, and I would tell them that it's important to work, no matter how old they are, what they are doing. Just risk, nothing else.
Oh, thank you for very good recommendations as such. And the third thing is about readings, and I always say that the leaders are readers. So I would like to briefly discuss any recommendation. It can be a podcast or a book you have read recently and you would recommend to our audience here.
I would recommend CEO podcast. It's really interesting. There are different types of topics over there. One of the topics, whatever I have listened during the last period of time, was about how brain works. And there was a guest, one of the professors, whoever talking about how she understood that her brain stopped working and how she worked on gaining function back. It was really interesting. It was not on the medical side, but it was a kind of managerial side, how can you work on yourself. So it was really interesting.
How often they have this new
I would
sessions?
say I think once a week or twice bi-weekly. Quite often they have a lot. So it's really easy to listen. They have different options. They do have YouTube and also Spotify. So it's really nice to listen and just get
CEO podcast.
CEO podcast.
Yes, I go for that as well. Olivia, what is your recommendation?
I think for people who are just getting started with their managerial journey, The Making of a Manager, very nice for the beginners. We just read it with my book club that we have at work. And it just explains very well the basics and how not to make those mistakes or maybe just start working smarter with people. For people who are a little bit more experienced, I think Culture Code, really good book on creating culture in the company. Very insightful. I also implemented a lot of things from there. And my future plan to read is Psychology of Money. I also heard good things about that book. So I already bought it and it's waiting for me.
So, Nina, Olivia, thank you for your recommendations. And I give microphone back to you for the last word. So, we discussed this MBA, your studies, your experience in Tallinn. So, what would you tell the audience who's considering whether at all go for MBA? And even more, do it Estonian Business School.
If you want diversity, if you want to learn more knowledge-based and practical-based, and if you're looking something new for your life and a career, but not only career, I would say, just lifestyle experience, go for it, apply, because it's something, whatever, you will not regret. It takes time, sometimes too much time and energy, but it's worth for your personal and career development.
And I would say some people are wondering whether they should go to work or they should study or focus on this, focus on that, maybe do a gap year. I would say do both. It's very doable to work and study at the same time. And I think it gives the best results when the theory can be applied in an actual workplace or the workplace becomes an example during the studies and we can just develop our skills further. So I think it's very doable to work and study at the same time and just learn more throughout the process.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And this was today. We discussed the MBA experience with Nina and Olivia, who are our students in our 2-year MBA program. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.